let's be real, like it would not be the first time that a corporation or company tried to cut corners, right? To increase the bottom line. Would not be the first time, wouldn't be the last time. Maybe I'll go a little bit heavier handed just for the sake of this video. Let's build it up a little bit for the camera. A little bit more for the camera. Might as well. I like it. Yeah. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Charlotte. Thank you so much for watching. Today we are going to do a BOXYLUXE unboxing and try on. So I only did my eyebrows and we will do the rest of my makeup on camera. So let's get right into it. The theme for this month was BOXYCHARM Getaway. And I need a getaway. Not that I'm getting it, but I still need it. Just because I'm not getting it doesn't mean I don't need it. I'm just gonna deal with it. So we are gonna start in order of how I would do these things, right? So we are gonna start with the Touch in Soul No Problem Prime Essence with Calendula Officinalis Flower Extract. Here it is, box, product. It's basically, do you hear that? It's basically like, well, it says Prime Essence. It's basically like a serum, really. So, focus on this. It's not gonna focus on this, never mind. See that watery primer? Okay. I mean, oh, it smells really, really nice. I'm not big on scents or fragrance in my skincare, but this is like a really calming scent. Maybe it's the calendula? I don't know. Anyway, right now it really just feels like a serum, which, you know, I was thinking about lately, like, if you're like me and you have like a pretty intense go-to skin regimen or whatever, like primer doesn't necessarily make that much of a difference because you already have like a very smooth canvas to work with. Like, I exfoliate regularly, I take really good care of my skin, so it's always kind of in makeup ready condition. It doesn't mean it looks perfect, but it's just always perfectly smooth and a perfect canvas for makeup. But I imagine if you're putting makeup on someone who doesn't have that skincare or whatever, primer can make a huge difference. So anyway, it was kind of tacky. Now I feel it's kind of tacky. It's drying down. It feels very like smooth. Underneath this I just had a moisturizer. But I don't know. I don't know that it smells so good. I don't know. I like the smell. It's supposed to tighten up the pores. It's supposed to tighten up your pores, which I'm not sure about. I have huge pores, like crater-sized pores, so I could benefit from that, but I don't feel like it's really doing I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I definitely find it, to me, it's like really nice and hydrating. So it's not really, I don't feel like it's doing anything with my pores. Let's just see. Yeah, so far I don't really buy into that. So, okay, let's go on to the next product. Actually, it's not really like the next product, but it is the next product. Okay, it's in my bathroom because I've already used it. This is the Honeymoon Glow Pharmacy Alpha Hydroxy Acid Resurfacing Night Serum with hydrating honey and gentle flower acids. I was really happy to get this. This is one of the things I was the most excited about for the BOXYLUXE box because this is a full-size serum acid product, which I love, topical acids. That is quite expensive. This one is $58 US. I have a regimen that I really enjoy right now that's very affordable, that features The Ordinary. If you're interested in knowing what my skincare steps are, please let me know and maybe I'll make a video about that. I'm pretty happy with it right now, but I'm definitely always up for trying new resurfacing serums, AHA serums. When I first got this, when I first took this out of the package, I like twisted the cap and I was like, what the hell is this? Weird dinky little dropper thing that's not actually a dropper. I didn't realize you had to pull the cap off and there was a pump. So yeah, and the reason that I was able to do that is actually because if you start twisting it and twisting it, you keep twisting and it doesn't stop twisting, which I don't know if that's a defect, and if it is, it kind of sucks because it means that like oxygen can like get in the product and everything. Another thing that I noticed is that this is not the first time we get a pharmacy item. We got a pharmacy, the green cleanser, which I really like. It's basically it's an oil cleanser, a solid oil cleanser, and I really like those for first cleanses. And I just noticed that both of those were, oh, we've gotten 3 products from them. Actually, yeah, they make one of my favorite masks that we got from BOXYCHARM that I fell in love with. It's too expensive for me to repurchase and that I finished, sadly. I forget what it's called, but it had vitamin C and acids in it. It was just perfect. I love that mask so much. All of these products were made exclusively for BOXYCHARM. Made exclusively for BOXYCHARM. And I don't know, I don't know if it's just so that they can like keep track on a batch of cosmetics they made and like know and track where they're going and everything. But it always makes me feel like, is the formula different for BOXYCHARM? Like, I hope they don't skimp on the ingredients. I don't know, maybe that's just my, it's just a thought. I'm just wondering, are they cutting any corners? Because if they are, that's really sleazy. But I hope not. You know what I mean? So, because I don't know why they would say made exclusively for BOXYCHARM. Like, it just leaves questions kind of flying around my head. Okay? Let's be real. Like, it would not be the first time that a corporation or a company tried to cut corners, right? To increase the bottom line. Would not be the first time. Wouldn't be the last time. I haven't thought too much about it because I was really happy with both the other products I got. Another thing we got that I'm not going to try on is the Clean Biotic pH Balanced Yogurt Cleanser with Chlorophyll from Dr. Brandt. And it's just, you know, a cleanser. You know how I feel about cleansers. I said it last month when we got the Glam Glow cleanser. I think they are great practical items, but I don't feel that you need like a special cleanser, especially if you have a really good skincare regimen aside from your cleanser. So I'm happy to have this. Between this, the Glam Glow cleanser, and I also received a package from Influenster, which was my first actual wanted Influencer product. Like, usually they send me, like, I only do the questionnaires that have to do with makeup and skincare, and I keep getting like barbecue sauce and rice and things like that. I'm not gonna complain, but like, it's not really what I wanted to test out, you know. But they finally sent me a fresh strawberry exfoliating scrub and the cult favorite soy face cleanser. So between that, like, I have so many cleansers now. I don't need any more cleansers. I'm really happy with the cleanser situation. It's not that exciting, but it's useful, it's necessary, and now I don't have to spend any money on it. Now I'm gonna put on the rest of my face and I'll be right back. That is done. I just put a light layer of foundation and concealer. The next product we got that I was pretty excited about, pretty happy about, was the Tarte Pro Glow palette, and there were 3 variations. There were 2 different face palettes, and there was a BOXYCHARM exclusive mini eyeshadow palette, and I wouldn't have turned that down. I would have liked the eyeshadow palette, but I decided to pick the face palette. You could choose between either a variation of the face palette or the eyeshadow palette, because I already have Tarte eyeshadow palettes that are similar to that one that we were going to get this month, which is just like a neutral little travel palette. They're beautiful little palettes, so they perform really well, and they're really nice and travel friendly. They're not going to break, so that would have been a great choice too. But again, like I said, I just didn't need that, so I'm excited to use these. There's basically like a matte bronzer, a slightly shimmery bronzer, more pearl champagne-y highlight, and a more pinky highlight. And the blushes, they look slightly different. One's more pinky and one's more mauve-y, but once they're swatched, they look really similar. What I did notice too is that between the bronzers, I find that the matte bronzer is a little warmer. It's a little bit more orangey. It could pull orange, whereas the shimmery one is a lot more neutral. So I'm going to try these. I'm going to take a little bit of both the bronzers, pat a little bit into both of them, tap the brush off, and maybe I should use the mirror that this comes with. Yes. It's hard. It's always hard to tell, you know, like on camera versus in real life, because on camera it just looks a lot more washed out, whereas in real life you could have a lot of product in your face. So let's just see, because like for me, this is about as much as far as I would go. The Tarte bronzers in these palettes, I'm not new to this. We got the Tarte Park Avenue bronzer contour kit as the first BOXYLUXE item, and I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to like. I find the bronzers slightly too warm, dark, orangey sometimes, and they're very pigmented, so they're not buildable. I think they would look really good on a darker skin tone. I have to be careful with it on my fair light skin tone. So I think that's as much as we're gonna bronze today. Maybe I'll go a little bit heavier handed just for the sake of this video. But see, even now I feel like it's starting to look orange, which I don't like. I can smell the primer, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, depending on. Now you can see the bronzer. Hopefully it's blended enough. Okay, next let's go into the blush. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to tap into both the blushes. Okay, so these are very powdery. You don't need much. It's gonna kick up a lot of powder. And from what I remember, these are very buildable blushes, which is what I prefer. So, see, like I'm doing this and I see powder flying everywhere. So very powdery, which I don't mind, especially if they're buildable. It's a nice little subtle flush. Let's build it up a little bit for the camera. You can definitely see that now in real life. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. You can definitely see that here in real life. And I always have this tendency to bring it like too far into the cheek, so then I'm gonna go and buff it out with my bronzer brush. Okay, let's just Make sure this is blended into the blush. Okay, and now the fun part, we're gonna do the highlight. So a little tip too, if you didn't already know this, I keep all of the inserts from BOXYCHARM like this, and I use them to very quickly clean my brushes. Now obviously this is not going to be a deep clean, you still have to do the whole cleansing with soap and water and all of that regularly, but if you're just trying to like switch colors or in between cleaning, it's so amazing. I love it, and you can just throw them into the washing machine and you don't have to spend $20 on those color switch things. It's just basically foam like this. It just scrubs everything nice. It's really gentle on the brush too. So I definitely recommend doing that instead of throwing out your inserts, your foam inserts there. I hope I don't look orangey. Do I look orangey? I feel like one side has more than the other. I don't know if that's like the lighting or what. Okay, so now let's go into the highlight, the fun part. I'm gonna do this one down here, which is the pearly champagne-y one. And let's just see what we can do. Okay, so right now, this is looking amazing on camera. And in real, it's just a little too magnifying of texture, but it's amazing on camera right now. And that is what I like to see. I'm not gonna build it more than that, because yeah, but that looks fantastic. Let's do the other side. Ooh, so pretty. Okay, that's a little bit light. I'm gonna put a little bit more for the camera. Might as well. I like it. Yeah. I do that thing I do where I like try to keep this part of my face well blended with no highlight pieces coming in. Now let's highlight the Cupid's bow, the milk mustache, right? A little bit on the nose, just a little bit. Use my finger for the precise application, and then buff, and then buff. Okay, and now I decided that because we don't have an eyeshadow palette, I'm going to demonstrate how you can use a face palette as your eyeshadow. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna do more of like a brown crease, like bronzer crease, or a blush crease. I might just do a little bit of both. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the bronzer on a very fluffy, large blender brush. So from there, we will just apply that into the crease, like so. We'll just add a little bit of definition. Flick out. And see, like, honestly, I think that's, you could put a little bit more, but. So there we go. Start with a little bit of bronzer. Ooh. I don't know if you can see that, but just so it shows that you can get it to be quite pigmented. Okay, I'm going with a slightly smaller crease brush, and I'm going to go into the pink. Which one am I going into? I'm gonna go into both of them, okay? So just dip your brush into either one of the pinks. God, there's so much powder though, that's the only thing. And right below the bronzer is where I'm going to try to buff that in. This is obviously not going to show up super intensely on camera, but this is something you can do. It's just a very like natural, summery, glowy sort of look. So there we go. I think you can try to build it up a little bit more. It's definitely not as pigmented as like eyeshadow, which again to me is like a good thing. I don't want my blush to be the same formula as my eyeshadow because I don't really want the same thing out of it. But I think the next thing we're gonna do, oh, that wasn't finished. Basically, I'm gonna do the lower lash line now. I'm gonna take that smaller shader brush, and you know what I kind of like that I didn't realize before is that it's nice that like if you do have a preference on which side you want or which side you're using, you can just open that one side, you know, and it's just kind of comfortable like this. It's kind of nice, like if you're on the go and you're doing your makeup. Like, this is a really nice travel palette, I find. It's really nice and sturdy too. The only thing is, like I said, the powders are really soft and kind of powdery, so I don't know if they would break, but what was I gonna do? Oh right, the bottom lash line. So on the bottom lash line, we're gonna do the same thing. You can take a little bit of the, tap off the excess, because especially on the bottom, you're gonna get a lot of fallout, and just do the same thing as we did on the top. I'm gonna do a little bit of brown. My sister calls bronzer brown powder. She's not wrong. It's brown powder. I'm like, oh, you mean bronzer? I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush because I don't want it to spread too much downwards. And I'm gonna pack the pink just a little bit underneath. Like, okay, this is very, very, very soft wash. Like, you can't actually tell that I put pink, and that's because these blushes are not super pigmented. But like I said, I enjoy that, especially if you're a beginner at makeup or something. It's a lot less intimidating. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's just nice, like it adds a little something to your eyes and a little bit of definition without it being like, obviously you didn't do that much, you know what I mean? I am going to add a little bit of highlight, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take, just for the purposes of this video, let's add in the other highlight. So I'm going to do an inner corner highlight. Nice bright inner corner. I'm just using a scratchy little pencil brush that's scratching my eyeball right now. You can add a little bit below the brow bone. Just make sure it looks good. It looks good, if I do say so myself. And I say it myself. I'm just gonna add this in, like I just have to, because I see that my brow hairs were going all over the place. So I'm just gonna run a little bit of brow gel through the brows. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell, but like, well, you probably can. I haven't been plucking my eyebrows at all, right? So basically all my hairs are there. They're all grown out. And I don't know, I kind of enjoy that when I wear makeup, or when I don't wear makeup, there's literally nothing done to my face, like no tweezing, nothing. I just kind of like that. You can probably tell, if you look closely there, that my hairs are there. They're not that, like, they're pretty noticeable. But anyway, I'm fine with it. I like it. So next thing we got here, I kind of wanted the variation, which was like this body butter that had an amazing like actual perfume fragrance in it, and you know how much I love perfume, so. But I'm not mad either. This is the Skin & Co. Roma Truffle Therapy Aqua Illuminating Skin Refresh Mist in a Radiant Dew. And I think I tried the mist and I was not really happy with the mist. but we are going to try it. Right off the bat, if I look at the ingredient list, a lot of different oils. There's peppermint in it, so it's definitely gonna have like that peppermint smell, and it has rosemary oil too, so it will have a spicy sort of smell. Okay, let's just test it out. Yeah, it has that pepperminty smell. Let's try it. Oh no! Did you see that? That literally just shot jets. A jet. Like, I don't like that. I'm gonna have to go in now and sponge that down. Yeah, little specks. By the way, you can totally like, not if you want to prolong your makeup, but if you want to get rid of the powder residue, you can use any kind of spray. Like, it could just be water, really. I do kind of like the refreshing mint smell, specifically now, especially like for the coming summer. So I am going to continue using that. I was kind of in need of a setting spray like this, but I do like, I don't know what's illuminating about it. I do like that there is no, like, it's not illuminating because it has glitter or shimmer in it. Thank goodness, because that Cover FX illuminating spray we got like a couple years ago is still full. Some people decanted it, like some people decant it and then like filtered out the shimmer and glitter with like coffee filters, which worked. I haven't done that yet. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. It kind of defeats the purpose of like the product. But maybe just to use it up, I might have to end up doing that because I can't do the shimmer. I remember using it once when I went out on a date with my boyfriend for supper, and I felt like a disco ball because it basically just highlights your entire face. But the mist is amazing. This mist is not amazing, and I'm going to change. I'm probably going to put this in another spray bottle because I don't like the mist. Still happy to have that. I'm always happy to have a setting spray because it's the kind of thing I don't want to buy. They're always kind of overpriced for what they are, so I like receiving that in my BOXYCHARM. Next, okay, I'm kind of excited about this. So a lot of people think that this is a gimmick, and I'm not gonna lie, totally seems to be a gimmick, but I'm also not gonna lie, and I'm gonna say that the days that I forget my lash curler and I'm doing my makeup in the car, which is most times I do my makeup, it ruins my makeup day. I need my lashes to be curled, and when they're not, like, I try to finesse with the mascara, but there's just nothing that compares to a good lash curler. So I'm excited to try this because while it is kind of gimmicky, this would totally, like, if it works properly, because it's very small, like it's not the size of like a full lash. If this works properly, like, this would totally make my day on a day that I forgot my lash curler, you know? So let's try it out. It's very small, so I'm not sure, but I do like how this just kind of flips out. It's very convenient, and I actually like the brush of the mascara too. It looks really nice and promising, so let's just hope that this works out. I find it kind of hard to curl my lashes with this. I really am liking the bronzer, like I'm looking at it now. Looks so nice, especially in the eyes too, everything. I really like it. Okay, it's kind of hard because I feel like I can't see what I'm doing, but let's try. Okay, I definitely feel like I have to do it in 2 parts. So my fear or my concern is that this is not actually going to curl my lashes. Yeah, that's not a very good curl. Let's try it again. Remember, like, I'm not expecting it to be as amazing as my normal Tweezerman lash curler, but I do want it to do something in a pinch, you know what I mean? You really do need to go in like small batches. I'm batching my lashes, but it is curling them, but like I have to go over a few times, and it's more like, instead of 2 parts, it's more like 3 parts, and I do not even have big eyes, so I imagine some people would have to go into like 4 parts. It is curling the lash, slightly. This is the one that I did. This is the one that's has nothing done to it. Nothing miraculous, but definitely better than nothing. I have experience with lash curling, so I'm not like worried about pinching myself. It's definitely harder to use than a regular lash curler. Like, I know some people are afraid of regular lash curlers, so if you are, then this is not less scary. Now let's try out the mascara. So the mascara has a wonderful wand. Really nice hourglass wand, but what I like about it is that it's not too thick. There's a lot of hourglass wands that are really thick. So let us see. So that is one coat of sloppily applied mascara with the lashes curled with the curler. The mascara so far looks to be like, the formula is very wet. It's not really holding the curl. Not that usually if I want something to hold a curl, when I really need a held curl, I'll use mascara, waterproof mascara, or at least a base of waterproof mascara and then a regular one. I like really thick built up lashes, so let's see if I can get that. I definitely feel my curl already falling. It wasn't an insane curl to begin with. Okay. It doesn't really want to seem to build more than that right now. It could just be because the mascara is new. Sometimes when it's really wet and new, it doesn't really build very well. But so far for me, this is not a very... It's called the Good Vibes mascara. It's giving me mediocre vibes right now. Mediocre. I'm gonna remove the specks. If you don't already know, it's always a better bet to wait for your mascara to dry before removing it on your skin. You just wait till the mascara dries, and usually you can just flick it off instead of like wiping it and smearing it everywhere. I don't know if you can tell, but I really don't like what it did to my top lashes. Like, it weighed down the curl and my lashes are like clumped up together, and I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not really liking this mascara. Okay, so far I don't like that mascara. Okay, next product we are going to go in to, I was really happy to have two, and it's the Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade Lip Gloss, and I got the shade Peach Tea, and the packaging is really cute. The smell, a lot of people have mentioned that they like the super like rich buttery, like Kathleen Lights called it like a creme brulee sort of smell. I personally don't like it. It reminds me of something I used like in high school or like middle school. I don't really like it. I prefer like a minty or a chocolatey or even a vanilla smell. This one just, it is kind of like a pudding smell. It's just kind of strong. That's really pretty. Very nice and neutral, peachy pink, not sticky. Very nice. I like it. Like I said, I just don't love the smell. Next, we also got a very cute little hair dryer, blow dryer, which my hair is dry, but I just want to try it anyway. Let's just see. It has two different settings. Oh wait, does it work? Does it not work? I'm so confused. Oh! Okay, you have to press the reset button. Okay, so it has a low setting. Okay, so right away, what I like about this, you know what? And it also comes with two attachments. It's a PYT, which I know is like kind of like a high-end hair brand or something. So it has this diffuser and this one, which I don't use. I'm excited about this. I'm happy about this. We got like a little hair straightener a while ago, and that was just so tiny that I don't even know how anyone can use that unless you just have like a pixie cut or something and you just use it for your bangs or something. But this is really nice, and even though it's really nice and small, I could totally see it drying my whole head of hair. So I'm really happy with that. So nice, practical, cute, lovely. Other product we got is the Living Proof full dry volume blast, instant lasting volume and texture, styling and finishing spray. And I have to say, this is not the kind of thing I would ever buy because I don't spend any money on my hair. But if I were to get a product for my hair that I would want to try out, it would be something like this. So I'm really excited to try it. I want to see if it has a smell. Really nice, not too overpowering sort of shampoo smell. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. This was fun. Some nice products. What did you get in your box? What did you like? What did you not like? I would love to hear about it in the comments down below. Please like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe before you leave my channel. And until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.